This is Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh, and he's the enlightened one, the beloved master, the guru of a new religion called Rajneeshism. He does his divine guidance out of a new city called Rajneeshpuram in the middle of Oregon, 64,000 acres, about 100 square miles. The Bhagwan, that means Sir God in Hindi, has a very interesting perception of religion. Religion is a joke. Let me quote from his writings, I think it's called the Revolution, yes. Religion is a complicated joke. If you don't laugh at all, you have missed the point. If you only laugh, you've missed the point again. It's a very complicated joke. And the whole of life is a great cosmic joke. It's not a serious phenomenon. Take it seriously, and you will go on missing it. It is only understood through laughter.
Being with Bhagwan, one of the messages is that seriousness is one of the greatest diseases of mankind. It's a major disease in the sense that we take ourselves so seriously. And
the City Council of Rajneeshpuram has officially resolved that Section 1, at least one member of the City Council shall be required to tell a joke immediately after the roll call before any other items on the agenda are considered. And Section 3, any council member wishing to move for the adjournment of City Council must first tell a joke.
because we're not here to be logical. We're here to live life fully. Seen from the outside, it's all absurd. It is totally absurd, seen from the outside, people working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. It can't possibly make sense up here, but that's because you're not on the inside of your own experience.
The Bhagwan is himself a cut-up. Here, listen to this. Those who have gathered around me are not my followers, not my imitators, just fellow companions, fellow celebrants, dance partners. Existence, to me, is a carnival. It's just a festival. It's for those who know how to dance. And dance need not wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. The dance has to be now, here, this very moment. Here's some humor out of the Rajneesh Times. I'll read it right out of the paper to you. Jokes of the week. A priest went to a tailor shop, ordered a new suit, said, how much? The tailor said, I never charge the clergy. So the next day, the priest sent the tailor a beautiful crucifix. Rabbi went into the tailor shop, ordered a new suit, asked how much. Tailor said, never charge rabbis. So the next day, the rabbi sent the tailor 2 rabbis. And here's another one. Hi, Bhagwan. Why do nuns always travel in pairs? One nun makes sure the other nun don't get none. And the parents of Rajneeshis, how do they figure in the jokes?
Parents are freaked out all the time.
Yeah.
You know, they're
What do
freaked
you
out when
do
you wear
about
long hair. They're freaked out, you know, when you say, I'm voting for George McGovern. You know what I mean? Parents are freaked out all the time.
What do you do about that? Just
You say, enjoy, freak out, Mom. You know, I mean.
The official Rajneesh bumper sticker motto is, Jesus saves, Moses invests, and Bhagwan spends.
I mean, it's sort of making a joke, you know, about, you know, the very serious traditions of, let's say, Christianity, where it says Jesus saves, you know, and the fact that, you know, Jews are known to make a lot of money, so Moses invests, and Bhagwan spends a lot of money, obviously.
And what does the bag spender buy? 31 Rolls Royces, about 64,000 acres, that's 100 square miles, a lot of passenger airplanes, a new city. Where does he get the money to spend?
There's the worldwide sale of books and tapes. There are over 336 books and thousands of tapes that contain Bhagwan's message, his spoken word. Then there is a major therapy center, growth center, up at Rajneesh Puram. And so many people, whether they're disciples or not, go for the therapy, for the healing, for the trainings, for the counselor courses. Another way that money is made is we have businesses. We're very productive people. We don't sit on our ass waiting for God to help us, you know, so we have a lot of businesses. There's a trust fund, there's a car collection trust fund, and people make voluntary donations out of their love for him and what he's given us. And out of that, they buy cars, they buy Rolls Royces.
The bag, he's called the bag by his followers, there's no disrespect from me, is well represented by attorneys, business administrators, public relations experts, and other zealous and well-trained guardians. He has been variously described as getting his gold from a Las Vegas skim operation from Moscow. The followers wear only red, you know, and they live in Oregon communally, which is 2/3 of the way to communism. And there's also some money from dentists and doctors and lawyers who I guess are seeking perhaps some shelter from the IRS, and probably other sources of income that nobody has identified yet. CBS's 60 Minutes went over the Rajneesh's books with a fine-tooth comb. They couldn't find any hanky-panky. Yet, what goes out has to have come in first. And what has come in is small potatoes compared to expenditures. For instance, how did the Rajneeshis buy that fleet of DC-3s and a Mitsubishi jet airplane and a Convair jet prop and the whole airfield that these planes sit on? And what does this air fleet get used for? The Rajneesh PR person said it was more cost-effective to use than surface transportation. I'm not sure. Maybe that explanation is supposed to be another joke. The disciples are very well educated. Doctors, attorneys, MBAs, engineers, designers. They're all professionals with 2 or 3 university degrees.
I mean, I've just been doing this for a year. I've been an assistant professor of economics. I've been a management analyst for the federal government. I mean, I've done all that.
They all seem to come from very well-heeled families.
When I first became a disciple, my parents, in a way, were hurt. They thought, my God, we gave you all this education, and you got all these degrees, and now it looks like you're just saying no to all of it, you know, and you just, you know, what's going on with you? And what I told them was, when they grew up, they lived during the Depression, a lot of economic insecurity, And so their basic next step was, I've got to get secure, I've got to get money. And they did that. My parents accomplished that. And in a way, that provided me with an incredible foundation. It's like they gave me a certain amount of security that allowed me to see what the next step is. And the next step for me was a spiritual journey. So it's not like what I'm doing was in conflict with them, but it was simply their support allowed me to take the next step.
The funniest experience I had at Rajneesh Puram was the practical joke they played on me and my crew after 2 days of expounding love and heart-touching to me.
There were a couple of moments with you where I really was touched.
They agreed to interviews with their political, legal, and religious leadership. And I and my crew set up heavy television equipment in the hot desert. And then, in Mac Senate tradition, they pulled the rug out from under us and they said, no dice, no interviews, and they sent us packing. They called the shoot off. So we had to break all of our television equipment down in the desert sun and reload the van, and we laughed and laughed and laughed, and they laughed and laughed too. Take note of something extremely important that came out of the interview with Rajneesh Shri Anand Salam. His account of the Bhagwan's vision of the end of the world.
Bhagwan has come out with a vision. And his vision is that the next 15 years, from 1984 to 1999, will be a very, very critical time for mankind. In particular, he has said that next year there possibly will be some natural catastrophes in California, and it's best that his disciples not be in California by the end of this year. Now, the thing about Bhagwan's vision, in particular with California, is it's not like he's a five-star general and we're just taking orders and going di-di-di-di-di-di-di. You know, being with him is becoming more free and more individual. So every disciple is having to look for themselves. Wow, this is what my master's saying. What do I want to do? What feels really true for me? So many are leaving, and some are not. I got this idea yesterday. It's a great idea. In December, this is a news scoop. I haven't said this to anybody. In December, I think after Bhagwan's birthday, which is December 11th, we're going to have a huge end-of-the-world sale here at the center. And all the things sannyasins, disciples want to sell, we'll sell through here. We'll just have this. Stoves, refrigerators, cars, I mean, we'll advertise it at end of the world sale.
I'm going to that end of the world sale. I want one of those Rolls Royces just for an hour or two before California slides into the Pacific Ocean. Anything you want me to bid on? A Rajneesh joke book?